Good morning, everybody. This morning we are in the Ruby Mountains in Nevada, and we're up at the top of Lamoille Canyon. This area you can see behind me is the parking lot up at the top of the canyon, and we're going to be hiking up to a place called Island Lake. Island Lake is a little lake that sits up off of the side of the canyon in a little cirque and a little bowl up here. It's about a 2-mile hike and a bunch of really nice switchbacks. This hike is really scenic, has a lot of really nice wildflowers. So this is the last week of August right now, so the wildflowers are only going to be so-so. If you really want to see a lot of them, come up here middle to end of July. That's when the wildflowers are really out. But this lake will be really nice. It's a great place to bring the dogs. There's plenty of water along here. We're going to cross a few streams and seeps and little waterfalls, so it should be really nice. Well, so far today's been a pretty nice day. Got kind of cloudy this morning, which is good because it's keeping the temperatures down. It has been pretty hot these last few days, especially at lower elevations. But right now, this is perfect hiking temperature. And this canyon is just gorgeous. I'll pan it around a little bit for you. You can see the parking area, the head of the canyon. Great place for hiking. Let's go. We have some pretty ominous looking clouds all of a sudden floating in over the mountains. Hopefully we don't get rained on. This is a fairly short hike, so we should be hopefully up there and back before we get any rain. So we passed a couple of people up here, and they're on their way down because they're a little worried about the rain. But you can see behind me, those clouds are looking pretty ominous. I've got rain gear with me, so I think we're going to hike as far as we can until it rains a significant amount, and then we might have to come back down or seek shelter under a tree, which we are starting to get into. One of the dominant features about the Ruby Mountains and the East Humboldts is the amount of glaciation that has gone on here from the last ice age. These mountains are largely cut out from glaciers, and that's why they're these big, wide open, U-shaped valleys. And that's pretty much how it is for most of the canyons here. We're starting to get into some trees here. I could see part of the cliffs around the cirque that the lake sits in, so we're getting pretty close. We're going to get to a nice stream coming up here. It's got a waterfall on it. Good place to water the dogs. Things are leveling out a little bit here, and we're finally getting into the trees. There's a real nice breeze blowing, and the temperature is pretty nice for hiking. Really can't complain, especially for late August, because it can be pretty hot out here sometimes. So here we round the corner, and you can see down Lamoille Canyon a lot better. And we're coming up onto a stream. We've got a pretty nice bridge here going over the stream. So this stream is the one that will come out of Island Lake. Now, one of the really nice times to come up here is in the fall. All those aspen trees across the mountain are turning golden yellow. It's really pretty. Well, we're starting to get some raindrops. Let's hope we can get up to the lake before a downpour. And just ran into another hiker trying to get down before the rain starts. but we're pretty close. A couple more switchbacks up along here, and then over in this basin is where the lake is. Yeah, a lot of nice switchbacks along here. Actually makes this trail really nice. Seem to be a lot of hikers on it today too. At least it's not starting to rain hard. It's more just little spits, little droplets on the wind right now. At least if we can get up here before it starts raining, there's a lot of trees that we could take shelter under if we had to. This trail up here, a lot of it are like steps. The Forest Service and their volunteers did a real nice job on it. Getting into some bigger trees too. The trees are pretty sparse up here though. It's a pretty tough place to eke out a living year round. But some of these trees seem to do a pretty good job at it. Some of these trees seem to thrive up here. And this one's huge. Well, it started raining a bit more, but we're getting close. Absolutely gorgeous though. I'm going to pan this around a little bit for you. Well, here we are crossing Island Lake Creek. Lots of nice big trees up here. Kind of sheltered from the wind too. And here it is, Island Lake. And now it's really started raining. We're gonna head over to these trees, take shelter for a few minutes. It's gotten really windy. Fortunately, it's not raining too hard. We got up here and it was pretty gray and gloomy and windy and spitting rain. Here we are about 20-25 minutes later, and we have this. And the weather changed, so now it's nice and sunny out. So I figured I would come out, do a little filming here. This is Island Lake behind me. This hike is about 2 miles long. You get to this one from the parking area at the very top of Lamoille Canyon. And it has a lot of switchbacks. The trail's been worked quite well, so it's almost like walking upstairs in some sections. But it's a really nice hike, so if you ever find yourself in this area, this is definitely a great little section of your public lands. So I'll put the coordinates to the trailhead and how to get up here and the elevation gain and a few other things like that below in the comments section. So we've been hanging out up here at the lake for a little while, and things have kind of cleared up in the canyon. So I think I'm going to film some of this as we're hiking down, because now we've got a mix of sun and clouds. It's going to make for some real nice scenery here. Yeah, the weather has definitely changed. Lots of blue skies. This is looking up into the little basin that we were just at that contains Island Lake. But it is just gorgeous. Yeah, I'm really glad that the weather changed, because this place is spectacular when it's nice and sunny like this. Doug seems to like it a lot too. Here he is being photogenic. Good boy, Doug. You can see the trail, the road, all this ridgeline across the canyon. It's really nice country. So I really got to hand it to the trail crew around here. That is some superb work. Look at that. Very comfortable to walk up too. I like a well-designed trail. So this bridge is pretty substantial, but looks like it lost a railing and it's kind of sagging. Got more great steps, good build up to the bridge. This is the first source of water that we actually got to after we started on this trail. Typically there are 2 or 3 other springs or seeps down here a ways that the dogs can stop and drink at, but make sure your dogs get watered after this point. Well, it has turned into an outstanding day. Actually starting to get a tad warm, but there's still a really good breeze. So here we are around the corner, and you can see the top part of Lamoille Canyon pretty good right now. Yeah, this is a great hike. If you've never really hiked in the Rubies, I would suggest this one be your first one. It showcases not only a nice lake up here and a cirque, but also Lamoille Canyon and all the other hiking possibilities there are around here. And there are a lot. Well, we're kind of back into a little bit of a grove of aspen trees. Makes it feel a little cooler here. But we're going to be back to the car pretty soon. And I would definitely encourage you to come and check this area out. Even if you just hike up the switchbacks a little ways, you get a fantastic view of this canyon. Well, we're getting close to the parking lot. You can see it pretty good from here. But we still have a little ways to go, a couple more switchbacks. Here's another example of the excellent trail work going on for this trail. More steps, a little rock ledge, nice easy switchback. Very nice work. I greatly appreciate good trail work. Every year I've been up here, this usually has water running down it. It's kind of one of the first places that you run into water, which is good if you're bringing dogs up with you. But it's late August, so these guys had not very much snow last year. So it's kind of dry up here right now. We are back at the trailhead, and we're going to wrap this up for the day. This has been the Island Lake Trail. It's 2 miles up to Island Lake. You'll find this trailhead up at the top of Lamoille Canyon, which is in Nevada's Ruby Mountains outside of Elko. And this is a fantastic hike. You definitely should come and check it out if you ever find yourself in the area. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and be sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to us if you haven't already. And you can join us each week where I put up another adventure of my dogs and I out here hiking in America's public lands. So hopefully you can join us again. We'll see you.